Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Sloka 26. Lord Krishna is advising Arjuna on Atmajnana. He starts the sloka with Atta. That is to indicate that Arjuna may want to believe some other explanations that exist about the nature of soul. So he is telling, the sloka conveys the meaning, if however you think that the self is subject to constant birth and death, even then you should not grieve like this. So he is addressing Arjuna as, oh, long-armed Arjuna, don't grieve. Because that is not in your control. And he continues his Upadesam on Atmajnana, that is about the soul. So in the next sloka he is saying, death is certain for one who is born. It is inevitable. One who is born, he will die. That is not changeable. So don't lament over the inevitable. That is not under your control. So what is the use in grieving about it? You cannot change that. So birth and death take place alternatively, and it going on in the world. Once, when the Pandava brothers were exiled, they needed a water. On one day, this happened. Bhima went to the nearby well to collect water. There was a Yaksha stopped him and he asked him a question, but Bhima did not heed to him. So he went to the well, but he was pulled in. Then Arjuna came in search of Bhima and wanted to collect water. Yaksha stopped him and asked him a question. Arjuna also did not heed to him. So he went to the well and he was also pulled in. Then Nakul and Sagadevan, they came and Yaksha stopped them and asked them a question. They also did not heed to Yaksha. So when they went to the well, they were also pulled in. Then Yudhishthira came in search of his brothers and to collect water. And Yaksha told Yudhishthira, this is what happened, all your brothers came, they did not listen to me. But Yudhishthira and Yaksha also said, they were all in the well. They are not conscious. And so he asked Yudhishthira to answer. Yudhishthira said, yes, I will answer. He listened to him and answered. He asked the 60 questions. He answered all the questions. One of the questions was, Yaksha asked, what is more astonishing on this earth? Yudhishthira said, every moment people are dying. And the people around the dead one are watching that. They are witnessing that phenomenon. They have no thinking about their death. They think that they will not die, and they are watching this. So when I look at this, I feel it is more astonishing. What else can be more astonishing than this? Then that Yaksha was none other than Yamaraja. So Yamaraja was very impressed by this answer. Then he accepted that answer from Yudhishthira. So Krishna says in this sloka, wise men do not lament over inevitable. Because death is not in our hand. We cannot stop it. So then what is the point in grieving over this? In 28th sloka, Lord Krishna summarizes what he told in the previous verses. So this verses contains the summary of what has been told in the previous verses. In Bhagavata Purana, Narada mentions when he has conversation with Yudhishthira, whether you consider personality to be eternal soul or to be temporary body, or even if you can accept it as an inconceivable mixture of soul and body. You should not lament. And he says, the cause for this lamentation is attachment that arises out of illusion. In material world, the soul is bound by three bodies. Gross body, that is Panchaputa, water, fire, land, air, sky, and subtle body. Subtle body, mind, intellect, senses, then causal body. Causal body, the karma which carries the soul from birth to birth. So karma only decides what kind of birth we are going to have in the next birth. So gross body, subtle body and causal body. When soul discards the gross body, it leaves the gross body. That is, we say death. So at the death, the soul leaves the gross body and it carries, that is, it departs with subtle and causal body. So before birth, soul existed with unmanifest subtle and causal bodies. After death, it still exists in an unmanifest subtle and causal bodies. So it becomes manifest in the middle, that is between birth and death. So that is what we call, in Tamil we say Uyir. So we realize Uyir, our soul, in between the birth and death. So before birth, we don't realize that Uyir, that soul. After birth also we don't. So when the child is born, when it starts crying, we say there's a new entry. So there is a new life started, and there is no new soul getting in. So we realize that we, that life, that entity. And after the death, when it moves with, the soul moves with subtle and causal body, the transitional period till it takes the next birth, next body, that is transitional. The transition period, it may be without, that is, there may be a delay in getting the subtle and causal body. That may be seconds, that may be days, that may be years too. So it depends on the karma, what we do. So karma, phalan, the effects of karma. So it depends on that only we take different births. That is why Bhagavad Gita says to do good karma. So we have to be aware of what we are doing. So the entire Bhagavad Gita teaches this. What is Atma, then what kind of karma is to be done? Because it is carried over. So the birth continues. At one point of time, we should get relieved from this cycle of birth and death. So what to do for that? So Krishna says the solution here, how to get rid of this. So death is no reason for grief. So this is what Lord Krishna tells Arjuna in 28th sloka. In 29th sloka, Krishna says, some see the soul as amazing, some describe it as amazing, some hear of the soul as amazing, while others hearing but cannot understand it at all. So in the world, all creations of God are amazing. Everything is amazing. And the most amazing is Supreme God Himself. God is divine. So the soul which is born out of God, the soul in which God dwells, is also divine. To understand this, we need jnana. That is what Atma Jnana. Mere intellect prowess is not enough to comprehend soul. So that can be learnt only from scriptures and Guru. We need Guru to learn about Atma Jnanam. So here Lord Krishna is teaching Atma Jnanam to Arjuna. A self-realized teacher is very rare. And the opportunity to hear from such a teacher about Atma Jnanam is rarer. Students who get that opportunity, who can comprehend the topic, who can follow the topic, they are the rarest. So the enlightened teacher never feels discouraged. Despite efforts, sincere efforts, the majority of students or people are either not interested or cannot understand the science of soul. Still he teaches. So here, Lord Krishna knows very well that Arjuna has the capacity to understand. Arjuna is a good listener and he needs this kind of teaching now. So Krishna keeps on giving more and more explanation to him. He's not leaving him. And he's very patiently is giving the knowledge to understand Atma Jnana. So he is doing a role of teacher here and he knows about the student. So he is trying and he is using different ways of explaining Atma Jnanam to Arjuna. In 30th sloka, Lord Krishna says, the soul which dwells in the body is immortal. So why do you worry about it? Nammalvar, one of the Alvars, he explains in his Pasuram, தானே உலகையெல்லாம் தானே படைத்து இடந்து தானே உண்டு உமிழ்ந்து தானே ஆழ்வானே. He says, the glory of Sriman Narayana. He says he lives in every Jivatma. He takes care of all by putting everything, what all created by him, in his stomach when there is a pralayam. So he puts in his mouth and keeps them in his stomach. Thane undu umilndu thane alvane. He protects. So the glory of Lord Narayana and how he protects all the Atmas is well explained by Nammalvar in this Pasuram. Thirumangai Alvar, another Alvar, he says, என் திசைகளும் ஏழுலகமும் வாங்கி பொன் வயிற்றில் பெய்து பண்டொரு ஆலிலை பள்ளி கொண்டவன். Lord Krishna lies on banyan leaf as a baby. When pralayam takes place, Lord Vishnu protects all the creatures by keeping them in his stomach. So he takes all the creatures, all the Atmas from all directions, all 8 directions, and which are pervading in all 8 directions and 7 lokas. Put them everything inside his stomach and protects them, and he himself is seen as a baby lying on banyan leaf. Thirumangai Alvar brings out the divine qualities and the glory of Lord Krishna in this Pasuram. So, God is there to protect us. That is the message we learn from this Pasuram. So, when death is certain and we can't be thinking of it always and we cannot stop our activities because that is going to happen, but we don't know when that will happen. This is a message for us. So, that takes place as per our karma. Let us understand that and do our
duty. And let us not have fear of death.